Hey everyone, Carla here with this week's 2-minute book review, and I am talking about Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Now this has been on my reading list for about 2 years since it came out. It was published in 2016 and I'm just now getting to it, which says a lot more about the length of my TBR list than it does about my interest in this book. This is science fiction. I'm going to call it a science fiction thriller, but it's set in contemporary era, which makes it really accessible. It is about a man who's an atomic physicist, but he gave up the opportunity to do research that could have won him the Nobel Prize in order to have a wife and a family. And one night he goes out to celebrate a friend's success who won a big award, and he's kidnapped on the way home, and he's drugged, and when he wakes up, he is in a reality that is not his. I don't want to say too much about the plot of the story because I don't want to give away what's actually going on, but this one was mind-blowing. Once I started it, I couldn't put it down. I think I read it in pretty much one sitting. Very easy to read. The science is very understandable, even if you don't really get the theory behind it, because at its heart, it's more about the question of what makes us us. Are we a product of our environment? Are we born the way we are? Are we a product of our choices and our, our decisions and what happens to us? And so even if you're not into kind of hard science fiction, I think this book is going to appeal to you. It's one of those books that I had no idea what was happening until probably midway through, and then I still got surprised at the end. So for my science nerd friends out there, it kind of takes the idea of Schrodinger's cat and what happens if the box is a big box and what happens if the cat is a human. And so those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, you don't really need to understand to enjoy this book. Hugely entertaining, totally mind-blowing. I understand it's been optioned by Sony, and it was before it was even published, and Roland Emmerich is on board to direct. So this is going to be a blockbuster movie at some point in the future, and I think it's going to make a great one because the book is written very cinematically. I couldn't put it down. In fact, I'm going to call this one of my favorite books of the year thus far. So if you're looking for something fun, exciting, and really unusual to read this weekend, I am going to recommend Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Until next time, happy reading.